These problems go along with worksheet 3-2.12. If you have the worksheet and you're just checking, that's fine. You just keep playing it. If not, you can pause the video before each problem and try and work it out, and then press play and see what the right answer is. Given the function y equals negative 3x plus 4, write a function that matches each description below. Okay, first off, it says it's parallel to this equation. Remember, when two lines are parallel, they have the same slope. So I know that my slope is going to be negative 3. So now I have my slope, and it tells me my y-intercept. So remember, I've got y equals the slope times x plus or minus the y-intercept. So I have y equals negative 3x minus 2 should be the answer. The next one. Write an equation that's parallel to this equation, but passes through 5, negative 9. Well, I know my equation is going to start off y equals negative 3x. I just need to find the y-intercept. That's what I'm missing. So I need to know what b is. One way I can do this is go plot the point 5, negative 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to negative 9. Now my slope is negative 3. That's negative 3 over 1, telling me to go down 3 and to the right 1. Well, if I go down 3, that's not helping me. I need to go backwards. So I got to go up 2, 3 to the right 1 and put a dot. Up 1, 2, 3 to the right 1 and put a dot. Up 1, 2, 3 to the right 1, put a dot. Up 1, 2, 3 to the right 1, put a dot. Up 1, 2, 3 to the right 1. Ding, 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 ding. There's your y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 6. So my y-intercept is plus 6. Now another way you could do that instead of the graphing is I'd like to build a table, and I put my point 5, negative 9 in there. I put my slope in my table, which is negative 3. And you take that times your x, which is negative 3 times 5. Well then, what do you have to add or subtract to get your y-intercept? If I multiply this, it's negative 15. Negative 15 plus 6 gives me negative 9. So I could come up with either answer the same way. Next. Well, how did I end up all the way back here at the end? Let me go all the way back here. Just like me to start at the end. Okay. This one now makes more sense, doesn't it? Okay. This one says determine the x and y intercepts presented in each equation. Well, one of the ways we can do this is to do the cover-up method. Well, I'm going to build a little box here and make it my little thing to cover it up. Let's see. Where'd it go? Properties? Oh, yes, there we are. Okay. Now, to find the x-intercept, I'm going to cover up the y. So I'm going to have 4x equals negative 12. I'm going to divide by 4, and I get x equals negative 3. So my x-intercept is negative 3, 0. So then I can, if I want to find the y-intercept, I'm going to cover up the x, and I get negative 3y equals negative 12. I'm going to divide by negative 3, y equals 4. So my y-intercept is 0, 4. Try the next one. If I want the x-intercept, I'm going to cover up the y, and I get, I'll do that one over here, I get negative x equals negative 8. I'm going to divide by negative 1, x equals 8. So I have 8, 0. To find the y-intercept, well, I have 2y equals negative 8. I'm going to divide by 2. Y equals negative 4. I have 0, negative 4. There are my x and y intercepts. Yep, those are the only ones on here. Next one's, well, let's see. It says given an equation, what's the y-intercept and the x-intercept, and graph the line. Well, let me make my little doohickey here. Let me see. Okay. And make my little box. Okay. Now, it says the y-intercept. I'm going to cover up the x. And I get 3y equals 18. I'm going to divide by 3. Y equals 6. So I get 0, 6. Now I'm going to cover up the x. I'm sorry, I'm going to cover up the y to get the x. Okay, so now I've got 9x equals 18. Divide by 9. X equals 2. So I have 2, 0. Now plot those points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 6, and 2, 0. Once you plot the x and the y-intercepts, you can just draw your line to connect your dots and get your line. So now here's my line that's graphed. Now my equation, I have my y-intercept. I just need to find my slope. Remember, because it's y equals mx plus b. Y equals, all right, well, let's find the slope. I go down 6, negative 6, and over 2. Negative 6 over 2 is negative 3. So I have negative 3x plus 6. I would go on my calculator, put that in there, put it in y equals, press graph, and see if it matched up. Next. All right, they give me the x and the y-intercepts, and they want us to find the equation of the line. Well, I'm going to plot negative 3, 0, and 0, negative 5. And I will draw my line. There we go. Okay, for my equation, I have my y-intercept. Remember, I have y equals mx plus b. I need my slope. That's what I'm trying to find. Y equals. Well, to go from the x-intercept to the y-intercept, I'm going to go down 5, negative 5, and to the right 3. My slope is negative 5 over 3. Remember, my line is decreasing, so my slope needs to be negative. So I have negative 5/3 x minus 5. Next. Okay, what is the slope of the line and what is the y-intercept? And then it wants it in slope-intercept form. The easiest way to do this is to go ahead and solve for y. So I have 2x minus 8y equals 8. All right. First thing you need to do, subtract 2x from each side. I get negative 8y equals 8 minus 2x. I'm going to divide everything by negative 8. And I get y equals negative 1, because a positive divided by negative. And then this negative divided by negative is a positive 2 over 8x. But that reduces to 1/4 x. So my slope is going to be 1/4. My y-intercept is 0, negative 1. And my equation, whoops, not negative right here. Let's go. I've got 1/4 x minus 1. Next one, find the slope that's represented by this, and then bubble it in. Okay, I have negative 6x minus 3y equals 9. Draw my dotted line. Let's solve for y and find our slope. I'm going to add 6x to each side. I get negative 3y equals 9 plus 6x. I'm going to divide by negative 3. And I get, oops, uh-oh. I don't know what's going on here. All right, let's see here. I was tripping for a while. Okay, I get y equals negative 3 minus 2x. Well, what's my slope? See, it wants my slope. Here's my slope right here. That's the slope. So you're going to come up here and I'm going to bubble in a minus. And then I can put the 2 right here and I'll bubble in the 2. You don't have to do anything else with the rest of those. Here's the next one. All right, find the slope, X-intercept, Y-intercept. Okay, well, first off, some of the easiest things to do right here. Oh, let's find the Y-intercept. There it is. Y-intercept is 0 and a number. So my Y-intercept is 0, negative 6. Now my X-intercept is where the Y number is 0. There it is. So I have negative 12, 0. Now to find my slope. Well, I'm going to do delta y over delta x. Delta y minus 1, delta x plus 2. Delta y divided by delta x, negative 1 over 2. Now for my equation, I need my slope and my y-intercept. So I have y equals negative 1/2 x minus 6. There's my equation. If you wanted to check it, you could go to y equals, press y equals, and put into y1 negative 1/2 x minus 6, press second graph, and look in your table and match it up and see if those points are there. Here's the next one. It says solve the following by putting the following equations for y by putting them in slope-intercept form. Show all your steps. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to move these down. That's all together. Okay, I guess I'll have to write a little bit smaller. First thing I'll do is subtract x from each side. I get 2y equals negative x plus 10, and I'm going to divide by 2. My equation becomes y equals, these cancel, negative 1/2 x plus 5. The next one, I'm going to subtract 3x from each side. My equation is, these cancel, y equals, I have negative 3x plus 7, or you can write it as y equals 7 minus 3x. I guess I should have put that over here. You could have written it as y equals 5 minus 1/2 x. I mean, this is slope-intercept form, but this is still correct. The next one, I would have subtracted 5x from each side. I'm going to get 3y, because these cancel, equals 6 minus 5x. Then I'm going to divide by 3. I'm going to get, these cancel here. I'll get y equals 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2 minus 5/3 x, or for slope-intercept form, y equals negative 5/3 x plus 2. Here are the next ones. Oh, next one's pause the video and see if you can get these right. Number 11, you will subtract 6x from each side. I get negative y equals 7 minus 6x. My y cannot be negative, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by negative 1. And I'm going to get y equals, because negative divided by negative is a positive, negative 7 plus 6x. Or y equals 6x minus 7. Next, I have minus 9x to each side. I get 4y equals negative 9x plus 28. Divide by 4. I could have, I'll write it down here, y equals negative 9 fourths x plus 7. Or you could even write it as y equals 7 minus 9 fourths x. Number 13. Subtract 7x from each side. I get negative 2y equals 10 minus 7x. Divide by negative 2. You get y equals negative 5 plus 7 over 2x, or you can write it y equals 7 halves x minus 5.